It's a beautiful art form. It's full of history. It's full of our culture. It's who we are or were. And all these things lasted for so many years. Obviously, there's something good in it for us to learn.
I went to a studio to watch them. They have two legs. You know, sometimes they shot the closed leg like running, right? It's the puppeteer holding two legs. I'm very slow because why the film they speed it out, so it look very fast.
I think mostly it's interest and passion. When I was young, I liked to watch Sesame Street, Muppet shows, and eventually the street wayang puppets, Potehi, all these that get me interested. I think puppetry still did not get its, the status it deserves. It's actually a very good art form, a very highly noble art form. But I don't know why somewhere along the way, people think that puppetry is for children. The skills involved is even higher than being an actor, because actors need to put emotions out from the heart to the audience. For us, emotions through our hands, and then from hands through the puppet to the audience. You see, we're all one layer.
When you push right, this is tap in, kick, zap, zap. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Isabel Low. I am a theatre practitioner. So there are so many varied ways of what puppets are and how they are used, that I think it's very intriguing to learn. Yeah, and so it's not like one project and then you learn everything. It's you're always learning new things. It doesn't need to stick to one age group, because different puppets, different forms will target a different audience. And I feel like children, just because it's a children's story, doesn't make it any less entertaining for the adults. Or just because it's an adult story doesn't mean that it should be any less entertaining or exciting for the child to watch. So yeah.
So for example, children sometimes, or even people are afraid of looking at each other's eyes. And what I find very interesting in puppets is that children are more willing to look at the puppet's eyes as compared to humans' eyes. So I found that very interesting, and also like the projection of emotion through the puppet, it's different. Like people are more willing to connect to an object as compared to humans. I would say it's a dying art in terms of the traditional puppets, like traditional hand puppets. I feel like that is a dying art in Singapore because there's only very few people who are doing it. And I feel like nowadays, because we are younger and the way we perceive things is different. So for example, for me, right, I didn't know that I was doing puppetry until I was introduced to the form of puppetry.
Not shocked at this time, yeah. Hi, I'm Frankie Malakai and welcome to my world. Alright, so come on in, let me show you around. Okay, first I'm going to show you the mascots that we made for the Youth Olympics 2010. Alright, and this is Leo and Merle. So this is where a human gets into the costume and they can move and dance and do all kinds of crazy things. You will see there are many different kinds of puppets. This is a rod puppet. Okay, so with a rod on the hand, you're able to gesture and you can do, an emote with just body language. This is a roving puppet that we made. Inside the belly here is actually a shadow play area, okay, where shadows are projected on the belly of the puppet. Okay, and then you have all these roots that's able to move. and there are lights that is installed into the puppets, and the branches will blossom. All right, there are flowers growing out of it, and this is like a storyteller where you have an operator inside moving the mouth and is able to communicate whatever stories that it needs to tell, because this is a wise old tree, right? This is a no-brainer for me because this is my passion. You know, I eat puppet, drink puppet, dream puppet. You know, I'm almost 24 hours, you know, immersing myself into this. And my free time, all my free time is spent on puppetry. You know, whether perfecting the craft or learning a new skill to make a better puppets. All right. So that art form, you know, will gravitate people towards it. And there are times where I have an adult coming to me and they'll tap me and say, "Oh, I remember you. You came to my school when I was a kid." And these are grown-ups, all right? And they would describe exactly what the show was about when they saw as a kid. So I knew for sure that this art form, all right, really penetrate deep into the subconscious mind of a person, and that whatever message that has been spoken, all right, it really goes deep inside. You know, so that to me is that, wow, you know, it is a very powerful medium. All right, that's why it's been around for thousands of years, and there will be people who are interested to want to know more. Okay, so I would say maybe a good 20-30% would be, hey, where can I find, you know, where can I find you? Where can I learn more about you? And when I first started, I actually have a group of people that, hey, when is your next show? I want to go and see your next show. You know.
Puppetry is a really beautiful art form because it's very selfless. It's about the energy in which you endow to others, into other objects, to other puppets. And I really enjoyed what was happening in Southeast Asia as well, in terms of puppetry being used as that catalyst to bring community and people together. I think puppetry has been around for a very, very long time. It's considered one of the oldest art forms in the world. I see as more people get exposed to it, more people get interested in it, that it'll continue on in one form or another. And I think there's something within all humans that have a connection to something coming alive before them, and you know, will it maintain the same? Like, I mean, theatre has changed so much over the last, you know, thousands of years. I think puppetry will also, and I think it'll be something that's with us for a long time.
So disgusting! How dare you serve me such a disgusting fruit!
Hi, my name is Hafiza. I'm currently a Diploma in Arts Management student in NAFA, currently in year 2. Personally, I feel for puppetry scene in Singapore, when it comes to the wayang kulit aspect, it is not well enjoyed by the youth nowadays, maybe due to the lack of platform given for the people to showcase this form of art. And they should change the storyline in a sense that it would attract people, like the topics they use, maybe it has to be something that is relevant in this real world content now. They have to know which audience that they are targeting to, and then link it to the topic that they want to show on their wayang kulit.
It's slowing dying. It's dying at a slow rate. But whether it'll die completely will depend on our future generations. How we start to innovate it. How do we inject new life into it? How do we attract more people into the industry to practice it? Now, we are not only facing about declining audience, we are also facing about declining artists practicing the art form. I believe that everything has potential. Now, whether it grow big or not, and how you use it. Now, puppetry will not die out. Everywhere has puppetry. If you have another person who is very passionate about puppets and they throw into it, of course the puppet will grow and prosper. But you never know, because nobody can guarantee our future. But I'll just say that you ask me, is there potential? Yes. But then we just have to wait and see who is daring to push it forward to another level.
I think water puppets is the traditional art of Vietnam.
I actually don't know anything about water puppets.
有兴趣，我们马上就要去。
哦，你们马上就要去看。
哎，对对对。
And it will show you how well the people to control the puppet in the water is different from the other puppet in the world.
My co-worker who works for me, she told me, she said that water puppetry is a dying art.
Sơ nét về cái loại hình nghệ thuật múa rối nước của Việt Nam chúng tôi. Múa rối nước là một bộ môn nghệ thuật cổ truyền của Việt Nam, có cách đây hơn 1000 năm. Và cha đẻ của bộ môn nghệ thuật này là những người nông dân làm lúa nước tại đồng bằng Bắc Bộ. Và trải qua hơn 1000 năm lịch sử thì cái sự phát triển của loại hình nghệ thuật này nó hơi chậm, bởi vì đây là một loại hình nghệ thuật rất khó sáng tạo, nên nó chỉ tồn tại hiện trong kho tàng nghệ thuật trên 100 trò rối mà thôi. Như các bạn đã xem cái chương trình mà tối qua nhà hát chúng tôi biểu diễn, nó gồm có 16 tiết mục, thì 16 tiết mục đó được xem là 16 trò rối trong kho tàng nghệ thuật múa rối nước Việt Nam. Đây là những cái trò rối được chọn lọc ra để giới thiệu cho các bạn bè trên thế giới, tại thành phố Hồ Chí Minh, tại Việt Nam cũng như là ở nước ngoài. Khi nãy tôi cũng đã trình bày các bạn, đây là một loại hình nghệ thuật rất khó sáng tạo. Vì thế trải qua 1000 năm mà nó chỉ có tồn tại trên 100 trò rối mà thôi. Nếu mình tính về mặt số học á, thì trung bình 10 năm thì mới sáng tạo ra một trò rối. Mà cái này mặc dù là một người nghệ nhân, nghệ sĩ đam mê chưa chắc đã là sáng tạo được nó. Muốn sáng tạo được nó phải hiểu rối nước mới sáng tạo được. Mà cái này không phải ai cũng làm được. Nó khác các loại hình nghệ thuật khác là ở lĩnh vực ca nhạc, kể cả những cái nghệ thuật sân khấu như tuồng, chèo của Việt Nam thì người ta có thể là phát triển theo một kịch bản luôn luôn mới. Còn ở đây rối nước thì nó tồn tại ở cái trò rối chứ không phải là ở câu chuyện, nên rất là khó sáng tạo.
Nó thay đổi thì cũng không có thay đổi gì. Thì trong tất cả các tiết mục đó thì mình cứ chọn lọc thôi. Nói chung chọn lọc thì nếu tại nhà hát này thì cũng còn được mấy chục trò để phục vụ tốt nhất, chọn lọc tốt nhất để phục vụ cho khán giả.
Bằng chứng là ở nhà hát của chúng tôi, theo khảo sát thì chúng tôi đón ở một suất diễn, chúng tôi có thể đón 95% khách nước ngoài và số còn lại là người Việt. Theo tôi thì để tiếp nối, sau khi cái thế hệ của chúng tôi lớn lên và không làm nữa, thì để tiếp nối nó là một cái duyên. Tại vì cái bộ môn này để chọn ra một người mà đam mê nó thì theo tôi nó hơi bị khó. Bằng chứng là khi mà tôi thì theo nghề khoảng 20 năm, nhà hát ra là 7 năm, nhưng để có một cái vị diễn viên mới mà gắn bó với nhà hát thì rất là khó.
Mình cũng tại vì người ta cũng đâu phải là nộp đơn là để xin làm đâu nên mình không biết. Nhưng thật sự ra hiện tại là mình cái dạng là truyền, người đi trước truyền cho người đi sau. Mà thật sự ra bây giờ cũng rất là hiếm có những cái người diễn viên mà người ta xin vô hoặc là người ta làm cái nghề này. Người xem nhiều nhưng mà người mà muốn làm thì rất là ít.
My name is Mark Valentine. I'm from Singapore and I'm also an actor and also an educator. I'm here based in Vietnam at the moment under the school Saigon Institute of Technology, also known as Saigon Tech. It also gives students the chance to explore an art form that attracts foreigners as well as Vietnamese.
Trước đây thì khi mà các loại hình nghệ thuật nó chưa phát triển thì cái múa rối nước được người dân ở trong nước đón nhận rất là nhiều. Và từ khi mà các loại hình nghệ thuật khác phát triển cũng như các công nghệ về điện ảnh, truyền hình và các trò giải trí phát triển thì cái nghệ thuật múa rối nước được người dân biết đến ít hơn. Mặc dù cái sức hấp dẫn nó vẫn không thay đổi, nhưng do nhiều cái yếu tố khác nó làm loãng đi cái sự tập trung của người dân về múa rối nước.
Thật sự ra là hồi đó giờ mình nghĩ là múa rối nước này là chỉ có ở Việt Nam thôi, chỉ có duy nhất Việt Nam là có thôi, chứ đâu có nước nào có nữa đâu.
Cái này theo ý kiến chủ quan của tôi thôi, thì múa rối nước vẫn tồn tại và phát triển thì tôi không dám nói. Hiện giờ chúng tôi đang làm một cái công tác gọi là bảo tồn, chứ chúng tôi cũng chưa phải là người để phát triển cái loại hình nghệ thuật này. Đó, và tôi tin là có 50 hay 100 năm nữa thì múa rối nước cũng vẫn là một bộ môn nghệ thuật độc đáo của Việt Nam.
Yes, I would put water puppetry into my school because water puppetry is a very traditional art, and it's an art form that is very unique to Vietnamese, and it's something that it's getting lost in terms of as generations go by, we're losing the touch of of our own culture. So I would introduce this into our module.
Because as I say, it is the traditional performance of Vietnam. So I want to show some special from my country to the other country.
Because I think it's important for other countries to learn more about the country that they're visiting. So if I had known about the water puppets before I came here, I would try to go to a show, maybe.
Nyama yuti ya di shi nyama mimya lete karunga di nanwin phibyo mu phobyin hu phit de amyin tharin lo ni tun ne nanwin phobyin hu takku phit pare di lon ngey deနှစ်ပေါင်း900ခန့်17ရာစုလောက်ကပေါ်ပေါက်ခဲ့တယ်လို့သူတီတီတွေကယုံကြည်ကြပြီမဲ့လို့တကယ်အထောက်ထားတွေကတော့ခိုင်မာတဲ့အထောက်ထားတွေကတော့ဒီ15ရာစုပကံခေတ်မှာမှတွေ့ရပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ဒီမြန်မာယုတ်တိအနုပညာဟာတဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့ဒီတီဘောမင်းနောက်ဆုံးပါတော်မူသွားတဲ့အခါစပြီးမှတဖြည်းဖြည်းတိမ်ကောလာခဲ့လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာအခုချိန်မှာတော့အားလုံးကဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့မှရှင်သန်တိုးတက်ထွန်းကားဖို့အတွက်အားလုံးဝိုင်းဝန်းပြီးကြိုးစားနေကြတဲ့အနုပညာဖြစ်ပါတယ်ကျမနာမည်ကဒေါ်မမနိုင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ကျမကတော့လွန်ခဲ့တဲ့နှစ်ပေါင်း25နှစ်လောက်တုန်းကဒီ1990မှာမန္တလေးမြို့မှာမန္တလေး Marionette ဆိုပြီးမှမန္တလေးရုပ်စုံသဘင်ဆိုပြီးမှတီတာလေးတည်ထောင်ခဲ့တဲ့သူဖြစ်ပါတယ်အခုတော့မန္တလေး Marionette တီတာနေပြီးမှမြန်မာ Marionette တီတာလို့နာမည်အသစ်ပြောင်းထားပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ကျမက founder တည်ထောင်သူလည်းဖြစ်ပါတယ်နောက် managing director ပေါ့နော်နောက်တစ်ခါကျမကိုယ်တိုင်လည်းပဲရုပ်သီးကျူဆွဲအနုပညာရှင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ် စောစောကပြောသလိုပါပဲကျမတို့ဒီရုပ်သိမ်းနုပညာဟာရှေ့ခေတ်တုန်းကအမြင့်သဘင်လို့အမည်တွင်ခဲ့ပြီးတော့မှရှေးမြန်မာပြည်မြင်းများလက်ထက်အခါမှာအင်မတန်မှရှန်ရှန်တောက်အောင်မြင်ခဲ့တဲ့ပြိုင်ဘက်ကင်းမဲ့အောင်ကိုအောင်မြင်ခဲ့တဲ့ရုပ်သိမ်းသဘင်အမြင့်သဘင်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်ဘာလို့ရုပ်သိမ်းကိုကျမရဲ့ဘဝတစ်လျှောက်မှာရွေးချယ်ဖြစ်သွားခဲ့တာလဲဆိုတော့ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ကျမအင်္ဂလိပ်လိုသိယူတယ်ဒါဆိုရင်ဒီ practice ကိုဘယ်လိုရှာရင်ရမလဲဆိုတော့စဉ်းစားလိုက်တော့ဒီနိုင်ငံသားတွေမန္တလေးမြို့မှာလာအလေပတ်တဲ့ဒီ tourist တွေနိုင်ငံသားတွေနဲ့စကားပြောခွင့်ရရင်ဒီ practice ရမှာပဲဆိုတာကိုသိတယ်အဲ့ခါမှာဒါဆိုရင်ဒီနိုင်ငံသားတွေရှိရဖြစ်တဲ့မန္တလေးတောင်တို့ဖျားကြီးတို့တွားပြီးတော့မှတွားဖို့ဆိုတော့ကျမကဘလို့မှမဖြစ်နိုင်ဘူးအင်မတန်လက်ဆင်းရဲတဲ့မိန်းမတစ်ယောက်တနေ့လုံးမှတနေ့စားခင်မွန်းတယ်ပေါ့နော်စသဖြင့်သမီးငယ်လေးကလည်းမွေးထားတာ88မှာမွေးတယ်ဆိုတော့တလောက်ကလေးငယ်လေးနဲ့အင်မတန်ဆင်းရဲတဲ့မိန်းမတစ်ယောက်ကလက်ရနဲ့မန္တလေးတောင်ကြီးနော်ဒီဖျားကြီးတွေနိုင်ငံသားနဲ့လိုက်စကားပြောဖို့တွားဖို့ဆိုတာမဖြစ်နိုင်တဲ့အခါမှာနောက်တနည်းစဉ်းစားလိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာဒါဆိုရင်ငါသူတို့စီတွားဖို့မဖြစ်နိုင်တဲ့အခါမှာသူတို့ငါစီလာမယ်ဆိုတဲ့စိတ်နဲ့တွေးလိုက်တယ်သူတို့စိတ်ဝင်စားတဲ့ traditional culture နဲ့ခေါ်မယ်ဆိုတော့ idea ကောင်းကိုစိတ်ကူးကောင်းကိုရလိုက်ပြီးတော့မှအဲ့ဒီစိတ်ကူးကိုအကောင်းထဲပေါ်ဖို့ကြိုးစားဖို့အတွက်နောက်ဆုံးစိတ်ထဲမှာကင်းအောင်လာခဲ့ရင်လည်းဒီရုပ်သေးသီတာလေးကို1990မှာထောင်ပြခဲ့တာပါပဲ
တီးကတော့ငငယ်လေးကလေးကအတန်မွေးကလေးကဒီအတန်လေးနဲ့မွေးလာဆိုတော့အတန်ကြောင်းနေပြီးဆိုကိုယ်တိုင်လည်းနားရင်နေပြီပေါ့နော်အဲကြောင့်ဝါသနာလည်းပါတယ်ပြီးတော့မိဘအမွေနှစ်ဖွားမွေနှစ်ဖြစ်တော့ကိုကလည်းဆက်လက်ထိန်းသိမ်းရမယ်ဆိုတဲ့စိတ်နဲ့ခုချိန်ထိဆက်လက်ကပြစ်နေရပါ
ကျမတို့ရဲ့နောက်ဆုံးရင်ဖြစ်တဲ့ဒီဘောမင်းပါတော်မူသွားတဲ့အချိန်ကစပြီးတော့မှပြုတ်သေးဟာတဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့တိမ်ပေါ်ပျောက်ကွယ်လာခဲ့လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာဒီရွှေဘိုတမောင်လက်ထက်1970လောက်မှာပြန်ပြီးသူတို့ကြိုးစားကြပြီမယ်လို့အစောပိုင်းတော့အောင်မြင်တယ်ပေါ့နော်အောင်မြင်တယ်ပြန်ပြီးတော့မှတည်ထွင်မှုတွေနဲ့ပြည်သက်ရဲ့ဆွဆောင်မှုရအောင်ကြိုးစားခဲ့ကြပြီမယ်လို့လည်းပဲတဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့တိမ်ပေါ်လာခဲ့တယ်ရွှေဘိုတမောင်1975ပွဲလွန်သွားတဲ့အခါမှာလည်းပဲပို့ပြီးတော့မှအားလုံးတိမ်ပေါ်လာပြီးမြန်မာတိုင်းနိုင်ငံလုံးမှာရုပ်သေးစင်ဟာရုပ်သေးသမားရုပ်သေးစင်နည်းငယ်လောက်3-50လောက်ပဲရှိတော့တာပါမြန်မာရုပ်သေးကဘာတွေကိုရင်ဆိုင်ရတယ်လဲလို့ဆိုတော့ဒီအခုခေတ်ပေါ်ထွန်းလာတဲ့ခေတ်သစ်ဖြုတ်ပြမှုတွေပေါ့နော်နိုင်ငံညာတေဂီတာတွေအနောက်တိုင်းတေဂီတာတွေရုပ်ရှင်တွေနောက်တစ်ခါအငိတ်ဇက်ပေါ့လူတွေကတဲ့အငိတ်ဇက်နောက်တစ်ခါဆက်ကတ်တွေနောက်စတဲ့ရုပ်ရှင်တွေအခုခေတ်ပေါ်နေတဲ့ rock တွေအခုဆိုပိုဆိုးတာပေါ့ rock တို့ pop တို့ဆိုတော့လူငယ်တွေကအဲ့ဒီ rock တွေ pop တွေကိုပဲငွေဟာလာလက်မှတ်တစ်စောင်းဆို1000 2000 3000ကုန်ကြခံပြီးတော့ကြည့်တယ်မြမရုပ်တွေကိုအလကားပြလဲလာမကြည့်ဘူးဆိုတာမျိုးတွေဖြစ်နေတဲ့ခါကျတော့ဒီလိုမျိုးခစ်တစ်ဖြုတ်ပြမှုတွေနော်ဆိုတာတွေကိုအများကြီးရင်ဆိုင်ရပြီးတော့မှတဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့သူကကြည့်သူနေလာတယ်စိတ်ဝင်စားသူနေလာတဲ့သဘောပါပဲထိမ့်သိမ်းထားနိုင်တဲ့အနေထားနေประมาณတစ်ခါဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့တိုးတက်ဖွံ့ဖြိုးအောင်ပေါ့နော်ပိုပြီး popular အရင်ခေတ်ကလောက် popular ကြီးမရနိုင်တောင်မှနည်းနည်းပို့ပြီးတော့အောင်မြင်ရုပ်သိမ်းနုပညာဖြစ်လာအောင်ဆိုတာအတွက်ကိုဘယ်လို modernize တော့လုပ်ရမှာပဲနောက်တချို့ရှေးဆရာတွေကတော့ဥပမာဆိုရင်စာရေးဆရာဦးချစ်ဆန်းဝင်ကတော့ဒီနေရာမှာသူကတီထွင်မှုပေါ့ modernize ဆိုတဲ့ထဲမှာတီထွင်မှုကိုသူကမလုပ်သင့်ဘူးလို့ပြောတယ်ပေါ့နော်ဒါပေမဲ့လို့အားလုံးရဲ့10ယောက်မှာ9ယောက်ရဲ့အမြင်ကတော့တီထွင်မှုလုပ်သင့်တယ်ဘာလို့လဲဆိုတော့ဒီလိုမျိုးမှင်းမိန်ပျောက်ကွယ်နေတဲ့အခါမှာရှေးရိုးကိုကြည့်ပဲလိုက်နေမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်ကတော့လည်းပဲဒီခေတ်နောက်ကျကြံနေခဲ့မှာပဲ
ရုပ်သေးပညာဟိုအရင်တော့ဆိုရင်ရုပ်သေးဆိုတော့လူတွေကမကြည့်ကျင်ကြဘူးเนาะအခုနောက်ပိုင်းပြန်ပြီးတော့တီထွင်လာတယ်ဆိုတော့လူကြီးရလူငယ်ရအကုန်လုံးစိတ်ဝင်စားလာတဲ့အတွက်ကောင်းပါတယ်
နာမည်ကြီးနေတဲ့ဒီနေ့ရေစီးကြောင်းမှာနာမည် popular ဖြစ်နေတဲ့ဥဖုံဓာတုဆိုတဲ့စာရေးဆရာတယောက်ရှိပါတယ်ဥဖုံဓာတုကို script writer အနေနဲ့သူရေးခိုင်းလိုက်တဲ့ခါမှာသူကတန်ကောင်းသူကအင်္ဂလိပ်လိုသူက super warmless လို့နာမည်ပေးလိုက်တယ်ဗမာလိုဆိုလို့ရှိရင် တန်ခင်းလူသားလို့အဲ့လိုမျိုးတီထွင်ပြီးရုပ်ကလေးတွေကလည်းတန်ကောင်ရုပ်တွေတန်ကောင်မှာ different တန်ကောင်ပေါ့အမျိုးအစားအမျိုးမျိုးတန်ကောင်တွေရုပ်ကလေးတွေရဲ့ရုပ်ကလည်းခုခေတ်ကလေးတွေရဲ့ဘောင်းမီတို့နဲ့ဂါဝန်လေးတွေနဲ့အဲ့လိုမျိုးလေးတွေဆွဲဆောင်လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာပညာဘေးပေါ့သူတို့ကန့်ဖျား malaria စသဖြင့်တစ်ခုပညာဘေး modernize အနေနဲ့မှာလည်းပဲရိုင်းဆိုင်နဲ့တိတ်ကိုယဉ်ကျေးမှုကိုသွေးဖြီးသွားတဲ့ modernize မျိုးမဟုတ်ဘဲနဲ့ပြီးတဲ့လက်ခံနိုင်မဲ့ modernize မျိုးကိုလှုပ်လိုက်တဲ့အခါမှာအောင်မြင်တာတွေ့ရပါတယ်အဲ့တော့ဒါကြောင့်မလို့modernize လုပ်မယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းပဲခေတ်နဲ့တီထွင်မှုတွေပြုမယ်ဆိုလို့ရှိရင်လည်းပဲဒါဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့မှ
မြန်မာယုံပြီးခုချိန်ကစားပြီးတော့နောက်တိုးတက်အောင်ပြောင်းရွှေ့ခြင်းနဲ့လက်စိတ်မရှိတော့ဘူးလှုပ်ချင်ကြင်ခြင်းနဲ့စိတ်လည်းမရှိတော့ဘူးဘာဖြစ်လို့လဲဆိုပြည်သက်ကအားမပေးလို့
ယုံလေးပထမပိုင်းတော့နိုင်ငံသားတွေပေါ့လေ tourist တွေအတွက်ဒီထောင်ပြစ်ခဲ့ရင်းနဲ့လှုပ်လာခဲ့တယ်အောင်မြင်ခဲ့တယ်အစာပိုင်း၄-၅နှစ်လောက်ကတော့ရုန်းကန်ရတာပေါ့လေနောက်ပိုင်းမှာတဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့တီတာလည်းမရှိတဲ့အခါမှာတခုတည်းသောတီတာဖြစ်တဲ့အခါမှာအောင်မြင်လာတယ်ဖြစ်တဲ့စနစ်တွေကလည်းပြောင်းလာတဲ့အခါမှာဒီရှေးတုန်းကဒွေကြိုးလေးကြိုးအလင်္ကာတွေခေတ်တဲ့စနစ်တွေပြောင်းလာတဲ့ခေတ်တဲ့စနစ်တွေလူငယ်တွေဟာဒီအဲ့ဒီလိုစာရီနဘေးတွေကာယံတွေဖတ်ပြီးပြောနေရင်ပါဠိတွေနဲ့ပြောနေရင်သူတို့နားမလည်ဘူးထသွားပြီသူတို့မကြည့်ကြတော့ဘူး
Because this is a dining art, we have showed modern people if you can modelize this puppet show, it is okay, I think.
ကျွန်တော်ဟာရုပ်သေးပညာကိုနှမျောလို့ထိမ့်သိမ့်ပြီးတော့ပညာပေးပြီးတော့ထားခင်နဲ့အတတ်ပညာရှင်စကားလည်းမတတ်ဘူးဆိုလည်းမဆိုတတ်ဘူးအဲ့ဒီလိုလူမပေါ်ပေါက်သေးတော့ကျွန်တော်ဆက်လက်ပြီးတော့အနုပညာထိမ့်သိမ့်မှုရပေးခဲ့မယ်လို့ရည်ရွယ်ချက်မရှိတော့ပါဘူးခင်ဗျ
ညီမရုပ်သေးဟာ dying art ဆိုတာအခုလို့တဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့ဆုတ်ယုတ်ပြီးပျောက်ကွယ်လို့ဖြစ်နေတယ်လို့အများကပြောနေကြတယ်ပေါ့နော်ပြောနေကြတယ်ဆိုတဲ့အခါမှာကိုယ်တိုင်လည်းအဲ့ဒီလိုထင်ခဲ့ပါတယ်ဒါမဲ့လို့တဖြည်းဖြည်းနဲ့ပြန်ပြီးတော့အချိန်ကြီးရက်တွေလတွေနှစ်တွေအချိန်ကြီးကုန်လာတော့ကိုယ်လည်းလုံနေရင်တန်းနဲ့သဘောပေါက်လာတာတခုကဘာလဲဆိုတော့နော်ဒါဟာပျောက်ကွယ်လို့ဖြစ်နေတာမဟုတ် it is changing ကျမအနေနဲ့ပြောချင်တာကဒီနိုင်ငံတကာနိုင်ငံတနိုင်ငံရိုးရာယဉ်ကျေးမှုတည်နိုင်ငံတနိုင်ငံရဲ့အသက်ဖြစ်တယ်လူတယောက်မှာအသက်ရှိသလိုနိုင်ငံတစ်ခုမှာလည်းအသက်ရှိတယ်အဲ့နိုင်ငံတနိုင်ငံရဲ့အသက်ဟာ culture ပဲယဉ်ကျေးမှုပဲဒါကြောင့်မို့လို့ယဉ်ကျေးမှုပြောင်းရင်လူမျိုးပါပျောက်တတ်တာမလို့ကိုယ့်ရဲ့ဘလို့ပဲခစ်တစ်ဖြောပြမှုတွေဘလို့ပဲအချိန်ကာလတွေနှစ်တွေပြောင်းခစ်တွေစနစ်တွေယဉ်ကျေးမှုတွေပြောင်းလာတော့ညာလည်းပဲဘယ်တော့မှကိုယ့်နိုင်ငံရဲ့ယူရယဉ်ကျေးမှုဘယ်တော့မှမမေ့မပြောက်ဖ ೇನೆ ဆက်လက်ထိန်းထားပြီးတော့မှတည်ရှိနေဖို့အတွက်အားလုံးဆက်လက်တည်တံ့အောင်ထိန်းထားဖို့ဟာအသက်ရှည်မှသာလျှင်နိုင်ငံအတွင်းရှည်မယ်ဒါကြောင့်မလို့ဒီအသက်ကိုရှည်အောင်ထိန်းထားဖို့ဟာနိုင်ငံသားအားလုံးရဲ့ကမ္ဘာပေါ်ကနိုင်ငံတိုင်းနိုင်ငံသားအားလုံးရဲ့တာဝန်ဖြစ်ပါတယ်